What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of King's Court. I'm your man, King Rail, joined by my co-host, Jay Money, and my man, Max. Man, what's up, Jay? What's up, Max?
What's up, y'all? It's another day. It's another dollar, man. We got some games today. Ready to get to some money.
Max, what do you do, bro?
What's up, guys? I had an amazing day yesterday. A lot of cashing done, but today we have really important games. Let's get into it.
Oh, yeah, we got some really important shit. Yes, recap yesterday real quick. Uh, Ka- Kawhi, bro. My Kawhi, yeah, Kyrie. I keep wanting to call Kawhi Kyrie, Kyrie Kawhi. I keep wanting to say their names, man. It's the K's that throw me off. But Irving, bro, 15 points. The moment he started to play that hero ball in the fourth quarter, coach pulled him out. Just like, man, you done for the rest of it. We just saw the final. We just saw the last of Irvin in Boston. I mean, unless he pick up that option he have, I think he's pretty much done over there. I think it was a wrap. The chemistry that was not there with this team. The only person that I think he has chemistry with over there is Morris. The only person he was hugging on the court and giving dap to really was Morris. Him and Tatum don't get along. I don't know what that is. They'll probably come out later on, but you can tell he don't like Tatum. Him, them two don't get along whatsoever. So it was interesting yesterday. I took the +9. Wasn't nothing I was trying to get you guys on the show though. I said that too. I was kind of hesitant about that shit, but they came out the Bucks, man, off to the Eastern Conference Finals, man, and I'm proud of the team. I'm happy for the team. They made the right trades throughout the year. They acquired little assets and little pieces, and it seemed to work out for the guys, man. So could be happier than to see a group like the Bucks, man. Somebody we haven't seen do it in a long time. A team like them and the way they built up, get to where they at. So that's my take back from that game yesterday, man. What's your take back from that Bucks game and Boston game yesterday, Jay?
Oh man, I was absolutely loving that game. I must say, I was on the Bucks. I had the Bucks. I was watching the whole game. You know what I'm saying? I could tell how in the first half, pretty much the game, it was over. You know what I'm saying? I thought if anything, maybe the Celtics, the first quarter, first half, maybe show some fight after a little team meeting. But I mean, I wasn't betting it. I knew that the Bucks would eventually pull away. I would cash the full game, -8.5. I mean, they were up 15, 13 points at the half. I didn't matter. I didn't care if they was up 20 at the half. I was smashing the second half. I unloaded on it. It was pretty easy. I feel like that second half Bucks. So the Bucks second half and the full game was pretty easy. They end up losing on the over. That was the only thing that lost out yesterday. And the Rockets, man, they had a chance to take one over yesterday. I can't say I live in play. You know what I'm saying? I took them on the money line. And I took a -1.5 whenever KD went out. You got to come back and win that game. But I understand what's going on. They're gonna win the next two games. But still, I still feel like they should have won that game last night, and then you go and finish it off at the house. Usually, when the player goes down like that, especially a star player, the team is in shock. And I mean, you still we already know Curry's head is not out there. You got to go out there and win that fucking game, bro. So I mean, and then it didn't even go over a second half over nothing, bro. I don't know. It's pretty crazy. The Rockets, their offense was looking real stagnant yesterday. I hope they fix that shit tomorrow because I'm gonna be on them tomorrow. But we're gonna see, man. But it still tripped me out that they didn't win that game after KD was out, especially with it being tied up or you even taking the lead. I don't know. They really tripped me out there.
Yeah, I hopped on the money line too. I tweeted it out as well, man. That was something I hopped on. We already had the plus points with Rockets there, and these leagues in the NBA don't really scare me. Well, when it comes to the Boston Celtics, we know what they did and not able to come back from the league. But leagues when it comes to teams like Golden State and the Rockets when they play against each other, I'm not really afraid of the early pull ahead. So I'll top it on a couple of little plus money lines, not plus money, but some +13s and +14s, and just plus shit in the second half. Personally, shit that I just took myself that cash. So I'm happy with that. I don't agree with you, Jay. I want to hear Max take on this. When KD went down, bro, Rockets was supposed to take over that game right here. I got that it was having a funny game to begin with, but I don't understand why Draymond Green was still in that game. I mean, why like the referees give him so much leeway? He should have been kind of technical foul earlier. That three he hit late. Should have been a three he hit late, man. He should already been up the game, man. The man be pushing and pushing and pushing. He talks a lot of shit on the court, and I get it. He's supposed to, but I mean, he does it to the rest. Max, I'm anticipating a Draymond Green technical foul next game, man. I think that may get us to Rockets win Game 7, man. What's your take on what happened yesterday?
Yeah, the Bucks Celtics game. I'm really happy over that. The series cashed for me. I was in the Bucks. I was in the Bucks second quarter and third quarter. I even took them live third quarter, a pretty huge amount actually, because they finished up the second quarter really well. I was pretty impressed, and I felt like yeah, they're going to go into the second half with a good vibe. Al Horford was so mad yesterday, bro. He got a technical foul. Just the team wasn't looking good. Yeah, and Kyrie, he's pretty much done there. Getting to the Rockets Golden State game, yeah, I wasn't awake, but I had the Rockets +6 and +7, both of those cash, man. If I was awake, I would have hammered that +13. Uh, Kevin Durant got hurt. Rockets should be surging on that. They had the lead by 1 point late in the third quarter. I looked through the highlights today, but they have to. They had the edge there. No KD. The Golden State Warriors should be in a shock. He has been carrying them a lot lately. Been taking a lot of important shots, but they came up short yesterday. Yeah, and Draymond Green, I think he has like 5 technical fouls now, and he feels like a dude who really does not care about the next one. The finals 2016 against Cleveland Cavaliers, he was suspended game 5, I think, which gave the Cavs a bit of an edge. Yeah, of course I'm on the Rockets next game. Come on, I gotta be, and I'm just really hoping for him to get suspended, so they might have actually a pretty good, solid chance to beat them out at the Warriors' home court. Other than that, Draymond Green got a technical yesterday. He was talking way too much. I mean, I wouldn't call ejection on that, but man, that dude came up big and hit that three, and they got hyped off that. Golden State, how they be. As soon as just anybody hits a three, they just get hyped up. The crowd, they really love their play style when they're shooting threes from half court and stuff like that. Yeah, but the Rockets should have won yesterday. It was a really bad execution from them. The fourth quarter, big player like KD goes down. You need to capitalize on that, bro.
Yeah, I hear you there. They should have won that game. This line tomorrow's already at +7. It kind of make you just have to take the minus. I mean -7 or the plus. I mean Rockets money line. Something I've been looking at, man. But if I throw a grand on it, I'm only walking away with shit $303. So now I'm risking more. But it kind of seemed like a short thing. There's no such thing as a short thing. But man, it seems so much like a short thing to hop on the Rockets tomorrow. But we'll dive deeper into that once we at the end of these games right here. But another thing. J Money, you notice at the end of that game, and this is something that happens with Golden State Warriors, bro. They get a lot of out of bounds calls that the referees don't notice and the referees don't see. I mean, yeah, it shouldn't have got to that point, but Klay Thompson was clearly out of bounds in that last play. What's your take on that?
Yeah, it was a bunch of questionable calls there. You know what I'm saying? It almost seemed like they let Golden State win there because they knew that they're going to win. I mean, we've been saying it the whole time that we know that this series is 9 times out of 10 going 7. This is a series that everybody want to see. I mean, this is it's going to bring as much money and ratings as a NBA Finals. You know what I'm saying? Or even a Western Conference Final. This was the matchup that everyone wanted to see. I mean, they have to stretch 7 games out of. They knew that KD was probably going to be out. They got to let Golden State win that one so that it'd be 2 more games. I can't say I was on the Warriors of the first quarter and the first half yesterday in the cash, and then on the Rockets +6. So all 3 of those cash, that was lovely, man. But I would have loved for the Rockets to come through and win that game and those in plays to catch. That would have really been nice. But yeah, it was a bunch of questionable calls there. I can't say the calls were going against the Rockets pretty much all night. This way I felt. I mean, the Rockets weren't really hitting their shots. I mean, and then the calls weren't going their way. So then, I mean, a few calls weren't going the Golden State's way, but towards the end of the game, especially when they saw that KD was out, it was a little bit favorable towards the Golden State. So it just made it seem like they were trying to on their side to let them win there. And this next game it will be all Houston. I mean, I know that this spread is a little high. I know it's tomorrow. We're not talking about it yet, but I don't know. That's pretty damn close to a sure thing.
Yeah, exactly. And we haven't really seen any blowouts in this series period. Like we were saying yesterday, and I was saying yesterday as well. No blowouts yet. I mean, all the games have been decided about 6 points in this series. So 7 doesn't seem like a big number, but it's the Golden State Warriors. So they seem like a big number. But without KD out there, man, and I don't know if we get that same play we got from Looney last night. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll dive deeper into it. But let's welcome in the chat, man. What's up, Extreme Picks? What's up, Viper? What's up, Bob? What's up, Eddie? What's up, Charles? What's up, Chip? What's up, Pedro, Marshall, Daryl, Eric, Keith, EJ, James, Viper, E Fresh, Tristan, Trenton. I mean, my bad. Mr. 702, Larry Savage, Ron, Vince. If I missed anybody, my apologies. But welcome on in, everybody. Welcome on in. Let's get to it, man. This right here, the Raptors. You talking about a series, J Money, that everybody wants to see in the West, man, with the Golden State Warriors and the Houston Rockets, man. I mean, the most next exciting matchup to me right now would have to be Raptors versus the Bucks, and I think that's what the NBA wants to see as well. Raptors have been just defensively shutting down the 76ers, J Money. I know a lot of people already heard my take and what I'm on this game over here, and you asked me as soon as we came on too, did I decide to pull the trigger on the first quarter yet? No, I haven't. But if I was, that would probably be my only play on the 76ers in this spot. Jay would be the first quarter. But I'd like to hear your breakdown on this game as well.
Yeah, I can't say this is a tough one. This is one I hadn't really had it. You know what I'm saying? This is one I feel like was at one point two even teams. As far as the full game spread, I don't have a play on it. I lean to the Raptors here, but I hadn't came to take it. I really want to see how 76 come out. I do think that they show at least a little bit hard. If anything, they have to come out in the first quarter. Even if the Raptors do win this game, I feel like if anything they'll pull away late. I don't see them winning start to finish. Like even if I do like them full game, I just think early on the first quarter and the first half is the play for the 76ers of maybe not even as much as the first half, but I know for damn sure the first quarter the 76ers should come out and show some pride at the very least. Lately I've been really hitting a lot, you know what I'm saying, we're going with one team in the first quarter, first half, and then going opposite with them in the full game, and it's been cashing. I could see that very same thing happen tonight. I'm definitely going to be on the 76ers first quarter. Not sure about the first half yet, but and then I'll say about that. I mean, if I want to take the Raptors, if I like that in theory, I'll get a better number with if the 76ers are up at the half, then the Raptors might be like -2 or something, you know what I'm saying, for the second half, and they could possibly even lose the game and I still cash. So that's something that I would be looking forward to. But I think that the Raptors are going to win this series, but tonight the 76ers have to come out and win this first quarter. It's just sitting at a pick. I don't see how they don't win. I heard they're not up by at least 1 point at the end of this first quarter.
Yeah, man. Ron here said so far he's on the Raptors PK first quarter. Yeah, I mean the home teams in this game tonight, man. To me, they have to come out and try to pull the momentum early and snatch it fast. And I agree with your philosophy here, Jay. That's part of one of the reasons was I was leaning towards the 76ers first quarter because we watched the Raptors make plenty of adjustments in this series when certain things are happening. And Ben Simmons to me is just a waste of space on the court right now. I don't know if he ever gets it going. I don't know if they win this game and he gets it going. I don't think he gets it. They move on in the next round. I don't see him getting it going. You got to face just about the same kind of defense that the Raptors are showing right now that the Bucks have too. Giannis is a great defensive guy. He doesn't get credit for that. So they're going to have that handful no matter what if the 76ers. Embiid has been sick and stuff like that of that nature. I cannot take Philly here. I know a lot of people over here saying 76ers in chat. I saw it on my DM. Max, what's your take on this game too, man? I know you saw. I know you've been liking this Raptors team in this matchup as it is, man. Is that what you're going back to tonight? Back to the Raptors?
Yeah, bro. I already, I in my bracket that I put out before the playoffs started, I had the Raptors against the Bucks. I just want to read a comment I found on the internet what I thought was really interesting. Nurse let Brett Brown, play all his cards in game 2 and 3 while testing what this team could do. Made the appropriate adjustments, and the Sixers look like an 8-seed team. That's a pretty solid point from this guy. Which, if you look back at those games, they were testing a bit weird stuff with the Raptors team lineups and stuff like that. Different kinds of strategies and things like that. I just feel like the 76ers are outmatched. Kawhi, he doesn't want to take any more risks and stuff like that. He's going to shut this game down. I took the Raptors right now, -1.5. I have a decent amount on it. But, I have to give the stats to the people or else people get mad. 76ers are 3-8 ATS in their last 11 conference semifinals games. Raptors are 5-1 ATS in their last 6 games, playing on 1 day's rest. Raptors are 4-1 in ATS in their last 5 games, following a straight-up win. Raptors are 5-2 ATS in their last 7 games overall. Raptors 14-4 straight up in their last 18 games. Toronto Raptors are 14-6 in their last 20 games against Philadelphia. The total has gone under in 9 of Toronto's last 11 games. Raptors are 15-5 straight up in their last 20 games. I said that. First one was 14-6 ATS last 20 games against Philadelphia, and straight up they are 15-5 last 20 games. 76ers are 6-3 ATS their last 9 games. 76ers are 6-3 straight up their last 9 games. The under has gone. The total has gone under in 6 of Philadelphia's last 7 games. 76ers are 4-10 straight up in their last 14 games when playing at home against Toronto. If you look at those stats, Toronto has been pretty dominant. Kawhi was, I think he was like 14-0 against Philadelphia in his career before that first game, last game 2. I feel like he's going to be a different species tonight, if you will. I'm seeing a monster game from Kawhi. I'm actually looking at the player prop. It's at 43.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I'm just looking at a monster game from Kawhi. One thing I want to point out as well, Danny Green hit 5 3-pointers last game. That's a pretty solid number from a guy like Danny Green. He has a great 3-point percentage, but hitting 5 threes in a game like that, that's a really good sign for going forward. Kyle Lowry had a solid game. Pascal Siakam got back, but as Jimmy was talking on the bag show earlier, he has a calf strain, I think, and something with his hamstring. So how much is he willing to play for tonight? Nobody's on the injury report today. Joel Embiid hasn't been on the injury report the whole day. You can never count out Joel Embiid and Jimmy Butler. Those are solid players. But since Kawhi has been playing defense on Ben Simmons, he hasn't been able to distribute as much as he used to do. And the rebounds, he ain't getting those because Kawhi is a solid defensive player. He makes sure to box him out every time he gets the opportunity. I'm sorry, 76ers fans. 76ers might come out hot today, but they definitely ain't winning this game. I'm on the Raptors minus 1.5, and I'm also on the Raptors third quarter minus 0.5. Raptors are the second best team in the NBA when it comes to winning the third quarter. They average throughout the season, they averagely win by 2.8 points, and away they win by 2.2 points. 76 of this season, when they win with an average of 0.2 points, and at home they win by 1.6 plus. In this series between the Raptors and Philadelphia, the series we are talking about, Raptors has won 4 of the 5 third quarters, and the Philadelphia has only won 1. So I'm feeling pretty solid taking the Raptors minus 0.5 third quarter.
Jay, anything you want to add to that, bro?
Yeah, I want to ask Max. Max has been all over this series. Max, what do you think about the first quarter? Because I hadn't taken it yet, but I'm leaning heavily to the 76ers first quarter. I want to talk it over with you guys. What do you think about this first quarter, Max, for the 76ers?
If we look at the stats in the series, it's been a back and forth, but Philadelphia are a solid first quarter team. Actually, they are second place after Golden State. They got a couple of good shooters, man. If JJ Redick starts hitting those shots and Embiid plays in the post, it should be there. You know, they have home court advantage. It's a must-win game for them. They need to set the tone early today. But I also feel like I'm just feeling a monster game coming from Kawhi. It's just a gut feeling I have. They're going to look to shut it down early. That's also the reason I haven't touched the total yet. I feel like this should be an under game, but it's at 212. It feels kind of low. I can't give you an honest answer on the first quarter. It's for me, it feels like 60-40 Philadelphia. More than that, I don't know.
Yeah, my
Anything?
my whole take on it,
Right.
just real quick, I just feel like if it's a must-win spot, even if the Raptors are going to pull away, Kawhi will have to damn near go out for like 20 points in the first quarter. Not saying that it won't happen, but if they have any little bit of pride in their body, they have to come out in this first quarter. We saw it even with the Celtics. You know what I'm saying? When we know that the Bucks are a much better team, they couldn't stop Giannis for shit. They couldn't stop, you know what I'm saying, nobody for the Bucks, but still, their game at the house, the Celtics came to play in their first quarter. And not so much first half. I mean, they got lucky on the first half, but the first quarter they were up by like 8 points. You know what I'm saying? You have to at least come out inspired, and let your home crowd carry. You know what I'm saying? I still like the first quarter. I think I'm finna tweet that out and I'm finna hop on that.
It's 420. Like that shit. First, roll that shit. Pack that shit. Load that shit. Hit that shit. Because it's King's Court. And it's 420 on King's Court. So I hit a small dabby for y'all. Y'all asked me about props out here. I'm on some props in this game. I didn't think I even hit shit. I got to hit that shit one more again. I'm on Butler, bro. Butler been the only consistent player over here in this series for the 76ers. The only person who's putting up baskets, the only guy who's out here look like he's still having fun playing basketball on this team right now is Butler. I like the Butler over 22 and a half. Jimmy earlier was asking me about the Embiid. I'm staying away from Embiid. I don't know what to expect from this Philadelphia team. And a lot of people like Philly. Philly has 77 turnovers, y'all, in this series. 77 turnovers in this series. Some of these teams playing each other have 77 combined between the two. These team has 77 alone by themselves. I mean, they're winning the rebounds, but they just can't score baskets. They don't have anybody to help them score baskets. They winning the assist thing too. They're moving the ball a little bit better than the Raptors are moving it, but the Raptors are just dominating. They can't be stopped. I mean, y'all say I saw in chat somebody said they can't trust Lowry to step up. Lowry's too inconsistent. I mean, Ben Simmons was way too inconsistent. I'd rather take Lowry. You ask me right now, we had two players to pick up on the team right now, and it was Lowry and Ben Simmons was your only option. None of you guys would grab fucking Ben Simmons. Everybody would grab Lowry. He stepped up, man. Game 5, 19. Game 4, 14, 7, and 6. He's been doing his thing. Embiid's been sick. We don't know how sick Embiid is. JJ, is knocking them threes down. He's the only three-point shooter his team really have out there. But once again, when it comes to this game, man, my whole basis on this, and I'm on the under as well. So let me reiterate that I'm on the under over here. These games have been going under. It's been going because of lockdown defense. And also, if y'all think Philadelphia wins this game, it's not going to be because they're outscoring the Toronto Raptors. It's because they play defense, and this defense should win the game. If that's the case, it should go under here. Embiid is a question mark. Simmons, question mark, offensively and defensively out there on the floor because they can use him both ways. He can play solid defense, but I'm seeing him get work too, and he gets frustrated. He's just out there for the namesake, just to see the Jersey Simmons run up and down the court because they have no bench they can go to. I'm on the under. First quarter was a lean for me early on in the day with the 76ers. I'm not gonna touch it though. I'm just gonna stick with the under here. I'm gonna rock with the Raps. I like the first quarter, but if I see anything I like more than that, Jay and Max, I'll tweet it out. But my plays in this game, Raptors, y'all saw it on Twitter already, minus 130. I took the money line. I'm on the under 212.5 in this game. I'm on Jimmy Butler prop over 22.5. Max, your final plays in this, and then Jay, your final plays. Unless you have something you want to add to what I just said, Jay, then feel free, Jay, to go ahead and continue the conversation.
No, I'm with you on that. I like the under in this game too. Every game has went under, like you say. I like the under once again, and I am adding 76ers first quarter as a play, and I'm tweeting it out right now. So those are my only plays on this game.
No doubt. Max, your final plays on this game, and anything you have to add?
I like to take on the under here. As I said, it should be a defensive game. I just feel like the Raptors need to lock them down early, keep the momentum in check and stuff like that, because things could get out of hand real quick. My plays for the game are, I took the Raptors full game minus 1.5. It started at 2 earlier today, but it's at minus 1.5 right now. I took the Raptors third quarter minus 0.5 points. And I actually took the Kawhi Leonard prop. It's a really small bet, just a half a unit for me. Over 43.5. Those are points, rebounds, and assists. I'm just looking for a huge game from Kawhi to end the series today.
My man Eric said overtime 212, Jay. You know what, Jay? I was looking at that too. I was thinking this might be a game where we get an overtime. First 2 times I was capping this game, I'm like, man, this looked like it could be an overtime type of game, especially with the line being so small at -2. But then looking a little bit further, I mean, if it does go to overtime, which I don't, I still see a Raptors. I capped the Raptors 106, 98, 104, 96. That type of game, Jay. Is that when you were capping your analysis too? Were you coming up with what's well when it came to the under as myself? And did you even think about the overtime? Thinking, well, since the line's up close, that's kind of pointing us towards possibly an overtime game.
No, I don't think so. We hadn't had many overtimes here in this playoffs period. I don't think that this one will. I mean, I know that it's possible. It's always possible, but I don't think so. I think before that happens, either the Raptors are going to win and they're going to pull away, or they're going to be the ones that lay down and say, "All right, we're going to get it at the house." So I don't think that it'll go into overtime. The Raptors are going to win or they're going to lay down. I mean, I just think that the reason why I stayed off the Raptors full game because the 76 could come out here inspired, and like I say, I can see I'll see how the first half is, and then I'll see, you know what I'm saying, regardless, I might be on the Raptors second half regardless, you know what I'm saying? But just before the game, I really liking the 76 to at least come out with some type of fight and probably at the very least in the first quarter. Then maybe the Raptors will make a run after that. I'm not even taking the first half with the 76 because I know that the Raptors are the better team and they have won both straight games, and I mean it could seem like they just figured them out. But I'm just hoping that the 76 could be up by 1 point at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, and the Max touched on something too when he said that about that message. They said that the 76ers, the Raptors. What you say, Max? The Raptors do everything. They wanted to see other schemes that the 76ers was going to run, and they saw them all. Yeah, I think they've seen every scheme. I mean, we all watch these games. I mean, I know you guys are different time frames than me, but the East Coast games usually come on earlier, so everybody had a chance to check these games out. I've seen pretty much every scheme I could possibly see from the 76ers in this game. I've seen all their defensive schemes. I've seen all their offensive schemes. And right now, it's just like, I don't see even the offensive scheme. It's just like, who can make the ball? Who can make a shot? Whoever's hot, they just give the ball to, let them cook. That's what I'm seeing from this team. So I understand what you're not touching the first half at all either, J Money. I have nothing else to add on this game, man. We're going to the next game. Maxie, any final thoughts on this game before we walk off after what Jay just said as well? We're done with this one.
No, you guys covered it pretty much there. Raptors pretty much seen everything if Philadelphia can throw at him. I mean, Ben Simmons could have a great game. That's about it, what they not have seen yet. But yeah, that's a snowball's chance in hell, I feel like, at this point.
Yeah, man, Viper, man, said the Sixers lead first quarter, Raptors get plus money. Yeah, you get plus money, but not if they only win by one. They win by one. You're really not getting no plus money. I mean, if you're on the first quarter betters, you just expect them to win by 1 or 2. It'll probably be even, minus 110 if you end up picking them up that way. You'll want to have Philadelphia coming out kind of like smashing this team, and I don't know if Philadelphia has it in them. I'm gonna look to the chat real quick, see if we see any.
Real quick, Rael, I just want to ask you something.
Go ahead.
Boban played really well against the Nets. The games Joel Embiid could not play. Nobody could really stop him. And Jared Allen is a taller, more athletic defender than Marc Gasol. I'm not saying he's a better defender, but he's definitely more athletic and physical than Marc Gasol is. But Boban had a really easy time getting the points. He also has a little bit of a mid-range shot, getting the rebounds. I'm really surprised that Brett Brown didn't use that man more than what he actually been using him.
I said the same thing. I think it's a pick and roll situation. I don't think he's a good on the pick and roll when the Raptors run that pick and roll. Jay, is that kind of your take of it too? He's a defensive liability a little bit when it comes to the schemes that the Raptors are throwing?
Yeah, well, I mean, just too slow. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can guard the paint or whatever, but just like you say, yeah, I feel like a defensive liability. We knew before the series started that, you know what I'm saying, he wasn't going to play much. So it's actually not a surprise to me. It's just a bad matchup out there.
No doubt. Well, let's get on to this next game out here, man. You guys missed any of the plays? Well, we'll recap them and rehash them at the end of it right here. Blazers, Denver. I think the deeper we get into the playoffs, not even deeper. I mean, I think personally the first 3 games, 4 games of a series, all right. But when they start going back and forth and they get down to shit like this, where the Blazers is fighting for their life, Denver seemed to found confidence, and Portland just outsized Jay. Millsap and Jokic are doing exactly what I thought they would do beginning of the series. I thought Blazers would fall to OKC because losing the big man. They beat OKC because OKC was just that bad. Early on against Denver, Jay, Blazers won 2. Everybody's, okay, the Blazers, it's Dame time, Yeah, I'm happy and supportive of my town out here doing what they're doing, Jay. But when Denver's going back to what I thought they should do if I was a coach, that's what I would have practiced the whole time and told them the game 2 or game 3 when they went away from that. Go back to Millsap. Go back to the big man. You work your way in and you throw the ball out against a team like Portland. You're gonna drop. They're gonna swarm down low. You're gonna pass the ball into the big guys. The defense is gonna suck in. Then you throw it back out to Murray and the rest of them guys out there. That's what Denver's done these last couple of games, Jay. The 8-2 ATS last 10 games versus Portland 5-0 ATS in this series. I think it was a 1 game that Denver didn't cover, Jay, and that's the one they lost. And that's the 1 game that went under 2 that you so happen to be on in that under as well. So nice call once again with that under. I'm rocking with the over in this series. In this game tonight, Jay. I haven't taken a side yet. I lean Denver here with the points, even though I haven't taken them because I like Portland to come out and possibly still win the game. I'm not saying that Portland won't win the game. I'm just saying Denver has covered in this series, Jay. So love to hear your take on it, but I like Portland first quarter. That is a play that I am on Portland first quarter, and I'm on a full game over. I have a personal on the first half over, but that's a personal, so I'm going to keep it to myself, but y'all heard it. But, Jay, your take on this, man, and do the Blazers stand a chance tonight?
I may be early. When I see Dame looking at him after last game, he looks defeated. You know what I'm saying? It looks like they're better than us. He pretty much saying they had their best game, we had our worst game. He almost seemed like, damn, like shit. It's tough. They got their game over there. They came out there, punched him in the mouth. They got a game at the house, which was super close. They could have lost that one. Probably should have lost that one. And then since then, Denver did what they did in the Spurs series. They made adjustments. They've stuck with them, and then now they've covered. You know what I'm saying? Now they've won 2 straight games and covered 3 straight, and now it's looking like I don't know. It's tough, man. I like the Nuggets here full game. I hadn't bet it yet, but I like the Nuggets plus the points. I feel like this is one where it's the Portland first quarter and first half, and then the Nuggets, you know what I'm saying, stop playing games in the second half and like, all right, you know what I'm saying, maybe even look towards Nuggets in the third quarter as well, come out after halftime, not bullshitting, want to go ahead and wrap it up. Malone said, come out and say, all right, we know in that game 6 when we went to San Antonio, when we said it was our game 7, we didn't come out and play well at all. So I think that they're not going to duplicate their performance and have that same thing happen twice. That's the reason why I'm a little hesitant, you know what I'm saying, especially with the Portland full game, but I definitely like the Blazers at least to come out in this first quarter. At the very, it's the same thing. Your back's against the wall, you're at the house, you know what I'm saying, you're on the brink of elimination. You have to win. You have to at least come out firing at the very least. I feel like even if you're not going to win the game, the first quarter is a little bit, I'm not going to say easy, but I feel like this breaking the game down even more. You feel like if let's say you like the Blazers here, you know what I'm saying, you like the Blazers full game. How the fuck could you not like them in the first quarter? How could you not? You know what I'm saying? And even though I know that the Nuggets are a better team, they're still, you know what I'm saying, away. You're still going to play in Portland, which is a tough place to play, versus a team that has their back against the wall. You at least maybe come out a little bit sloppy, you know what I'm saying, maybe just a tad. But the Blazers have to come out here fired up. If they lose this first quarter, I'll definitely be hopping on the Nuggets money line for the full game. I feel like it's really that simple. If they're not up at the end of the first quarter, they won't be up, you know what I'm saying? And this game is theirs to lose. So I think that the Nuggets could possibly close it out. But this is, again, I need to see how good the Blazers come out in the first half. And I can always just play the second half if I like the Nuggets and I feel like they'll be down even more, and then I'll get even better number.
Hey, Jay, my man said over here, said Blazers done. Them little guards is out of gas. My other man, Ricardo, said Blazers are tired. You know what? After that 4-4 T, I thought Denver would be the tired team, Jay. it does look like Portland's a tired team after that. It's also a tired team because of the size they're going up against. They're going up against size. They're going up against the guys who can hang. And I mean, people aren't giving Denver enough credit. They can play inside and they can play at three, and they lean against you. They lean on you. Not so many hard fouls. Millsap is pretty much unstoppable. His prop has been a auto bet for me in this series, a nonstop casher. Real quick, Jay, before Max take it away with his breakdown, you mentioned Dame looks defeated. Defeated and tired is kind of what I read into it a little bit of this the Blazers team in general. Do you think the Blazers are tired? I mean, as a team, and do you think right now they're kind of frustrated with Dame Lillard as well because the rest of the guys seem to kind of be stepping up, and it's kind of been Dame.
To be honest with you, I don't think that they're tired. I think that the Nuggets are just a better team and they're leaning on them. I mean, especially with the this is the thing. Their guards, they're handling the Blazers guards. I mean, obviously the bigs are going to handle their bigs. I mean, that's maybe why they look tired because they're just the better team is just beating them. They're just defeated. You know what I'm saying? They know it. That's pretty much what he was saying. Like they're the better team right now. And then they were asking him about the altitude and all this, and he was like, yeah, maybe in the first quarter, but after that, you know what I'm saying? You pretty much get used to the game. And he's saying, hey, we professionals. We played in Denver plenty of times, you know what I'm saying, which is true. But we know that the Nuggets are just a better team. But I just feel like if this is the thing, if the Blazers, they just have to come out here in the first quarter. And it's crazy to say, even though I think that the Nuggets will probably run away with it, you know what I'm saying, probably, I wouldn't even take the money. I still would just take the Nuggets plus the point just because you never know what will happen. I mean, the Blazers will still try to go all out here. They are at the house with their backs against the wall. I mean, even if they lose game 7, and they know that they will, they're still going to try to come out here and win this one. They still professional players, and they don't want to go home, and they still, you know what I'm saying, are avenging the playoff losses that they've had the past 2 years. But I got to take the Blazers the first quarter here, and I probably will have to hop on Denver at some point full game, especially if the Blazers make a little run and I can get somewhere 6, 7, 8 with the Nuggets. You better be damn sure I'm hopping on the Nuggets on that full game because even if the Nuggets don't close out here, it will be close, and they will try their very best to. But the first quarter will be the Blazers to win.
Yeah, Jay. Max, take it away. But Jay, you're exactly right, man. That's exactly how it is. How you should be in playing this game. If you in playing this game, if you wait to take a side, you haven't decided on Portland or you haven't decided on Denver. In play it. I mean, Jay hit the number. That's the number I'm looking for too. Jay, that's exactly the number I'm looking for Denver or better, 8.5 or better. I'm looking for 8.5 or better if it goes there. Especially in the first quarter, they already at plus 3.5. First quarter, Blazers are up, but like I expect Blazers to be up by at least maybe 4 or 5 points in the first quarter. Man, you got you Denver first half at a solid number as well. You can walk away with Denver first half at 6.5 or plus 7, so you can capitalize on it the whole way through. Max, your breakdown on this game, man, and what I had to say and the points that Jay made, man, let us know where you're going with this.
Yeah, I like the point where you guys touched on. They're looking tired and defeated. Defeated for sure, but not tired. I mean, look at Seth Curry and Rodney Hood getting off the bench. Those dudes want to ball so badly. But, you know, they got guys like Evan Turner not doing a great job. Dame Lillard, man, I said it last time. I'm still looking for that game where he should go off. He did it the first game, but they lost that one. CJ McCollum came up big in the second game. He stepped it up his game for sure. I'm pretty satisfied with what he has done yet so far, but I'm not satisfied with Damian Lillard, man. He needs to do something because I know he can get to the basket pretty much anytime he wants. I know the Denver Nuggets are putting a fresh pair of legs on him every time they can. And Paul Millsap has been a solid dude for them. I was really surprised to see Paul Millsap playing so well. He's pretty much invaluable for them. Jokic, you know, he does his thing, but I just feel like this series has 7 games written all over it, bro. I'm sorry, but I just feel like it way too much. It got the same feel as San Antonio Spurs. I feel like the Denver are going to choke tonight. Before the last game, the games were held pretty close. I've been trying to cap this game all day, pretty much from every single angle. I haven't taken any team or anything yet, but fun thing to look at. The Blazers are favored first quarter to win -2, but the full game -3.5. What kind of fucking tomfoolery is that? Then you might as well just grab the minus 3.5 full game. But I'm liking the way you guys are looking at this game to in-play it. If the Blazers get off to a pretty solid start, you could get the Denver Nuggets 6, 7, 8 points, even 9 maybe. So watch out for that if you guys are going to watch the game. The only play I have taken so far, it's the over. The total has gone over in 7 of Denver's last 7 games on the road. The total has gone over in 4 of Denver's last 5 games. The total has gone over in 5 of Portland's last 6 games. Portland are 12-1 straight up in their last 13 games at home. Denver are 4-1 ATS in their last 5 games. Denver are 6-3 straight up in their last 9 games. Denver are 9-3 in their last 12 games against Portland. So they haven't really had an issue winning the games against Portland. One game Portland won during the regular season was when they were resting like Jokic, Jamal Murray, pretty much everyone. It was a game they didn't care about. Nurkic was even gone that game because of his leg injury. They're getting out rebounded. Mason Plumlee seems to be having some kind of personal grudge against the Blazers since the trade. Glad to see Zach Collins stepping in last game, shoving away Nikola Jokic, saying back the fuck off or whatever he said. Myers Leonard, I mean, fucking trash, bro. I mean, he can hit the threes, but he isn't a solid player off the bench.
He's trash.
We need a good game from Rodney Hood. Yeah. I mean, we need a solid game from Rodney Hood. That's the dude who stepped up last time. Seth Curry, if you guys look at the games closely, they never let Seth Curry get a good shot off because they know that dude can get hot. And he got hot, I think, not the last game, but might be in the last game, but he got off 16 points and he was hitting all kinds of shots from different angles. I just feel like those two dudes need to pop off. And come on, Dame. We need to see that Dame time today. As I said, the whole season through, Denver are a really bad team on the road. I do not trust them. I'm looking at this as a 7-game series. Damian Lillard even said it last game. They have to focus day by day, take the next game so they can come to the game 7 in Denver. I just feel like the Blazers are going to get this win. It's not, I haven't taken it yet, but it's just a gut feeling for me. The only play I am on is the over 214. It cashed last time, so I'm grabbing it again today. And I really like the first quarter by Jay. But yeah, as I said, -2 first quarter, -3.5 full game. That's really fishy, bro.
Yeah, Max, real quick.
Go ahead, Jay.
Real quick, Max. That shit's like that for a reason. I mean, we know that the books are cheating and they're cheating it up. But when you really look at it, I mean, they're really tipping their hat to you. You know what I'm saying? On the cool, we know for years that shit was cashing. The team down 0-2 going back to the house. The first half was a blind bet, easy. And it was just regular. It was just, you know what I'm saying? It would be like half. Say if the full game is 7.5, the first half would be at -4. You know what I'm saying? It was somewhere around what it should be. It was like that. They were getting their ass ate up. That's why they started adjusting it. Those first quarters and first halves, they were getting eaten up. So after that happening so many times, they're going to adjust it. So when you look at that, just know that it's like that for a reason because 9 times out of 10, it's been cashing. So I know that you'll look at it like, oh, it's pretty high, but really it's very telling. And a lot of time it still cashes, even though, you know what I'm saying, it's high. So I'm still taking that first quarter and I love it.
Yeah, just to touch on it real quick, that's the reason. Like I was like, man, I should just grab the Blazers full game. But it's almost like they're telling they're going to win this game, and that's what the feeling I was having. But of course, I agree with you. Blazers first quarter. They have been a strong team so far in the playoffs, cashing the first quarters.
My bad, I'm hitting the dab. Letting y'all go. I'm on the first quarter. I'm on the full game. I'm on the Millside prop over 23. I got it at 22.5. It's at over 23 points and rebounds right now. That's my place. Y'all want to add anything else? Some more y'all want to add? We're going to get up out of here early.
No, that's all I got for me, man. That's all I got for me, man. My plays today, I'm on the... Let's see what I got, man. I'm on the 76ers first quarter at a pick, and it just moved. That Sixers line is moving. It went from Toronto, the Raptors -2 to -1.5. All while we're on the show, -1.5. Now down to -1. And I just took the first quarter Sixers at a pick. It was at -20, -120. Now it's at -0.5, -110 for the first quarter. And I'm finna take it again, and I really like it. Full game, I don't have a play on the full game. I don't. I'm staying away from. I need to see how that they're playing. I'm scared that the 76ers come out rolling and keep their momentum. I don't know if the Raptors have that where they could just step on their foot. They could. I'd have to see it though. They have to show me first. And I don't think that they have a chance next series as well. I throw that in there. I'm also on the under net game, and then the other game I'm on the Blazers in the first quarter, and a heavy lean to the Nuggets full game plus a 3.5. But I know that I could get a better number than that, so I can't say I'm not gonna hop on that plus 3.5. I'm gonna in play it and look for something higher than that. And those are plays, man. I lean to the under as well. For some reason, I lean to that under in the Nuggets game. Those are my plays, man. Y'all go and find me on Twitter at JMoneyIsMoney.
Your plays next.
My plays for the Raptors game are, I took the Raptors earlier -1.5. Jay even said it again. The line has been dropping. I'm probably going to grab the Raptors -1 again as well. I'm on the Raptors third quarter -0.5 points. No plays on the total, but I'm on the Kawhi Leonard player prop over 43.5. That's points, rebounds, and assists. I'm on the over in the Denver-Portland game over 214 points, and I'm tailing J Money and King Rail on the first quarter -2. I don't know. I just feel like Portland should win this game. I might grab the -3.5. Not an official play, but it's definitely a lean for me.
Yeah, I'm on Raptors full game money line. Raptors under. Under 212.5. Butler over 22.5. Blazers game over 215. Millsap over. I got 22.5, but 23 is the same thing with Arsenal push. So 23 points and rebounds. Personally, I'm on the first half over 108, but that's a personal shit. Excuse me. And I'm on Blazers first quarter. This has been King's Court. I'm your man King Real. We'll get up out of here a little early. That's my man J Money. That's my man Max. I gotta go take care of something. Love y'all. Good luck to y'all. See y'all tomorrow. Deuces.